Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Getting set up. It's a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job on this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And the Ducks pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Nice job here by this back picking up the first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on. But right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. And they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Important second down play coming up. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
The Ducks with 1st and 10 here. And they'll use the ground game here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
It's a bunch formation. Here's that defense shifting again. Looking to pass here on second down.
Looking for the tight end, and it's caught.
Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. When they hit him just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down and goal upcoming. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, they're snapping the ball near the goal line, but the defense does a good job of thinking, hey, guys, let's force the incompletion. Force them into going for 3, and let's not give up 6. They did their job there.
The defense stops him there on the scramble, close to the goal line, but not in.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, I thought he was going to be able to find a way to get to the end zone. He is such a threat when he takes off. He pulls that ball down and tries to get to the end zone on these scrambles, but the defense just keeps him out of the goal line.
So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. The field goal is good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Tackle made after a big gain.
A move the sticks for a first down for this Tennessee offense. And this quarterback is really starting to throw the ball well, putting the ball on the money, and giving these receivers a chance to make plays after the catch. And I tell you, they've had some great quarterbacks, as we know, that have played in their time in Knoxville.
Solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 49. First down. Ball handed off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. The throw complete to the running back underneath.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Grab behind the line. It's Richardson. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Now it's second down here. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Press coverage now from the secondary. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
The Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Running, and he'll loft this one deep to the left side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick completion with the tight end. The 1st down pickup, tackle at the 45.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for 1st down.
The Ducks line up on 1st and 10. The back's got it. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it from the gun. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's escaping the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Grab behind the line. It's Richardson. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here's the 2nd down play. They'll hand it off. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
I love to watch this offense when they can dominate the line of scrimmage and have a talented back behind him. You continue to pick up 1st downs. You get the rhythm going. We've been watching Tennessee offenses do that for a long time.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Inside the 20. And he finally steps out at the 10. Offense set up in great position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
They're going to run it here. Physical run, breaking tackles. They finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also
makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
The completion sets up a 2nd down play. They're going to run it. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person who's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
They'll test the right side here.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And here's the handoff. Finds room at the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. Here we go. First and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. It's second down and goal now for this offense. They'll run the option. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Ducks offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his...
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers and the vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
PAT is good when they go up 17-7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. I'll flip back to the QB. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Volunteers. Made the defense look slow that time. As the flu flicker executed perfectly, we're seeing more and more of this in college football, Kirk.
Yeah, and it's just one of those gadget plays you like to have in your arsenal. The defense, in this case, they were sucked up and completely out of position after that initial handoff. It allowed the receiver to get behind the coverage and make it for an easy touchdown pass.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner steps out of bounds at the 17. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Lets it go. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
But a lot of times college quarterbacks that are more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a great job here by the safety to anticipate where the quarterback was going to go with the football. That gave him enough time to be able to get over and break on the football in time for the interception.
And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Caught in the backfield. It's Richardson. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarm.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Back to the end zone, they say he did not get his foot down. Incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down. He hands it off from the gun. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Fowles.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT puts him up 3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Can he take it all the way? And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the 1st down marker.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
The Volunteers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The balls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Richardson. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the Volunteers are looking to keep this drive going. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, you get into this 2nd half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. That's complete downfield. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And looking to throw now on first down. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
The offense now operating in empty. Looking to chuck it again. Caught over the middle. It's McClellan. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The pass is caught, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker. And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Oh, and almost intercepted again. A chance for a fourth pick. Brings up third down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, and hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete, but here comes the flag. So hold on, let's check that out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Takes the handoff, heads to the right. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They're going to run the option. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He escapes the sack. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. And it's picked off in the end zone. Look out. He's got some space.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
First down here for this offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Same tailback, another carry. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball to 40.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebackers making some adjustments now. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Oh, just a backbreaker for this defense. That's 2 separate times. On this drive alone, they've had a chance to maybe get off the field. They'd have these 3rd downs, only to give up first downs. Now, as a defensive coordinator, man, you got to dial up any kind of pressure at all to shoot a gap and try to bust that ball away from these backs.
And the running back takes the handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
The offense has done well to chew some clock here. Now they'll come up on 2nd down. Takes the handoff on the counter play. Hard running through a tackle. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, as a head coach, you preach 4th quarter offense all year long, the importance of being able to finish out a game. This is a great example. They have secured this football, this drive. They've been able to convert on 3rd downs, and they keep moving this clock. This is a clinic on how to run a 4-minute offense.
The Volunteers trying to cash in here in the red zone. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground?
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the 4th quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Just keep churning these yards out, playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but keep eating that clock.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Volunteers. This offense is still clicking.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
This time, a completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw, looking for his big tight end. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. That's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted with a desperation throw here. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
That's the last thing that you could afford to do. Working with the lead in the 4th quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Final minutes here, they'll throw it deep downfield. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch downfield. Now the offense will take a timeout here with 30 seconds remaining. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
2nd and goal for the offense. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Well, they're not showing onside kick here. Surprising. No timeouts left, trailing in the final couple minutes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. This one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance.